Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome to another episode. I've been wanting to catch up everyone on Victoria because I don't know the last time we gave you an update on how she's feeling.
Yeah, been a minute.
I feel like it's been a long time, and I feel like a lot has happened.
Things have been happening for sure.
Yeah,
I'm like, how far back we want to take it?
a while.
To the top. Now, okay. So if you're new here, if this is the first time you've listened, I have something called pulmonary arterial hypertension. Mine is idiopathic, which means we don't know why this is happening, but all the little arteries and veins in my lungs are wanting to close, and they can't do that. That's bad.
Because then you can't breathe.
Makes your heart work really hard and can lead to right-sided heart failure, congestive heart failure, both. Nothing really good. It's very rare. It's a chronic progressive condition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting rid of this. There is no cure. People with this, sometimes need, like I'm just on oral medications currently, but sometimes they need permanent IVs, lung transplant, all types of things.
And you're 2.5 years in now. Well, almost 3.
Yeah, August will be 3 years since I was diagnosed. And yeah, since then, we have some old episodes. If you want to go back, they're pretty clearly labeled.
Mm-hmm.
Catch up to this point. But yeah. Anyways, condition not ideal for anyone ever. But I feel like especially I got diagnosed at 29 and that's not cool.
It's so young.
I feel like it's young.
Mm-hmm.
And I had young kids. Remy was only 2 when I was diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
So what a ride.
Maybe that's why she's stuck in my mind at 2. I don't know why.
Yeah, could be.
It could be that.
Everything froze.
Everything froze there for me.
So I had been feeling pretty good. I got diagnosed in 2023, got on some medication, felt pretty good.
Especially better than obviously you were before diagnosis because that was rough.
I was I'm not trying to be funny or use this in a dramatic way like I typically do. I was dying.
Right.
The real kind.
The real kind.
The not dramatic kind. This can kill people quickly. Like if untreated, this can kill people. The average is 2 years. Untreated.
Imagine people living that long untreated.
No, I was going out faster than 2 years.
But is it misdiagnosed or just pushed under the rug to it's anxiety? Like,
yeah,
I feel like it takes some people so long.
It does, and it's sad. And I feel like, yeah, I'm misdiagnosed. I also feel like, by the time they catch it, you do have congestive heart failure or right-sided heart failure, and they don't investigate the why. They're just like, oh, you have this, and this explains your symptoms, instead of this is caused by a whole different condition.
Right.
But no, I feel like the misdiagnosis is sad. I also feel like, yeah, I just brushed off. Like, I went to the ER. I got very lucky. I only went to the ER twice. But, like, my PCP was thinking scoliosis.
For shortness of breath?
Chest pains, palpitations, or shortness of breath.
Okay.
My first ER visit thought I had a pinched nerve. My second ER visit thought it was anxiety related.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
We've definitely talked about that, and I get they have to rule out minor stuff first, but I don't feel like they went past any of these minor things to get further until you were just so miserable.
Yeah, and what's crazy is the thing that made the third ER at a different hospital stick, the thing that showed up on my EKG that day, which made them decide to cardiology consult and probably admit.
Mm-hmm.
It showed up on my EKG that I had a month and a half prior, and they were like, no, your EKG is normal. But that was enough to get me fully admitted at the other hospital.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Sure was. And it showed borderline of the same thing at my first one.
Oh, that's right.
So my first EKG that showed borderline was in May.
Mm-hmm.
And then was it June or July? I went again, and it full out showed the same thing.
I remember you went back and compared those.
Yeah. Because you can see the progression in my EKG is getting worse. My heart was not doing well at that point. My heart was affected. My right side was enlarged. It was not functioning as it should. It was not in heart failure, but it was headed that way because it was not doing right.
Right.
Anyway, let's bring us, I guess, a little more to present day.
Okay.
So, diagnosed, meds, felt good. Got in with my specialist. She is fantastic. Did some research studies, stayed very stable. I have echocardiograms several times a year between clinical and research visits. They're looking at my heart all year long. And then 2024, September, my specialist had never done a right heart cath, which is the diagnostic procedure for this condition. And it's kind of like the gold standard of really seeing the pressure, because the echo is just an estimate. Like my first echo at diagnosis showed my pressure at 80, and you want it under 20.
Yeah.
And then they got in there and it was 36.
So that's way off.
Way off, but I definitely still had it. But not as bad as it looked on the echo. So my echoes had been looking good, but she's like, you know what? I haven't done a right heart cath. You've been here for about a year. You've been on treatment for about a year. Let's do one and see where you are.
Okay, I feel like you should say what that is too.
A right heart cath?
Yeah.
So yeah, a heart cath, if you just hear that, it's probably a left heart, because that one's more common. That one's going to be for like blockages, things like that.
Okay.
A right heart cath is more, well, it's less common. They take, for me, I've had it done in my arm, like right here in the elbow bend, whatever this is called. And I've had 2 done through my neck now. Your inner jugular vein, they use a little ultrasound machine, find it, and they just stick the little catheter.
They jab you like a Capri Sun.
Capri Sun. And they let the catheter float into your heart and measure pressures.
And you're awake.
I'm awake.
I just wanted to say that because that is crazy.
No, it is the part that gets people. And it gets me too, don't worry. Like, no, it's spooky. And I don't like it. And I have a lot of anxiety around those.
I mean, I just can't imagine the anxiety before that. Oh.
Yeah, no.
And trying to calm your body down to do that?
Yeah. Now, the first one I had was the worst one I had so far, because my systemic blood pressure was so low. They weren't able to give me any type of like a Xanax. They weren't able to give me anything to chill me at all. So that was the worst. The other 2 I've had have been better. For one, I think I like the neck better because it's less of a way for the catheter to travel. Because my issue with the arm was I felt you curving.
Oh, that makes me want to.
I know. So in my neck, they numb you with lidocaine at the site. And it's not that far.
Right.
And the lidocaine numbs you a good bit. So like, I feel like I don't feel you.
That's good.
Inside of my body.
Neck vein.
In my heart. I would rather not feel you in my heart.
Not at all.
So yes, felt good. But in 2024, when I had my first heart cath with her, she did something called a Nitric challenge. Pretty sure I'm saying that right. They do nitric, not nitrous, not laughing gas like at the dentist, nitric oxide. And they put that like oxygen mask style. And if your pressure responds, it means you're a vasoreactive responder, which means your veins have like more elasticity, I think is the word they use. Don't quote me on that. I am not a doctor, but they are willing to work with you more.
Okay. And this is definitely a positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very big positive in this condition. Very rare in this condition. Only, I think, like it's 5%.
So you have the rarest of the condition and the rarest of the...
Yes.
Okay.
So that's good. But yeah, no, this is good news. This was the type of rare you wanted to be because it means good stuff. So we find that out in that heart cath, and my specialist switches my med. That goes well. I had to titrate up on that one because that one is a systemic blood pressure medicine. And I have systemic very low blood pressure.
So you're taking a medicine to lower your blood pressure when you need
to not do that.
Not do that.
So we do slow and steady wins the race, that up. And I'm like, if I was taking this for systemic high blood pressure, I am on double the max dose. So the fact I'm on double the max dose, I already have low blood pressure, and somehow I'm just fine.
Yeah.
Miracle.
Miracle.
I'm not going to say, like, I've never once been dizzy, like, but I don't know if that's from the medicine or not. But overall, my blood pressure's fine.
I'm like, we have a lot of options of why you could be dizzy.
Yeah. So I have been on, it's called amlodipine and tadalafil, which is Cialis. I've been on 40 milligrams of that one. I've been on these meds since September of 24. It's what now? April of 26. I can't pinpoint when I was like, I don't think I feel as good as I did.
Yeah.
But I know it's been going on for some months. And at first, it was just a thought in my own head because I was like, oh.
You're like, is this happening?
Is it? Like full body analysis. Is it? Or like, have I been busier than normal?
Right.
Did I have a cold? Allergies? Am I drinking enough water? Am I sleeping? Is my sleep jacked up? Do I need to be like gluten-free again? Like,
right. Lots of options we're going to run through.
It was happening for a while before I ever even like fully let myself acknowledge it was happening. Then I finally let myself be like, yeah, these palpitations are happening. I am more short of breath. I have chest pain. And those are all the symptoms that I had prior to diagnosis, prior to any medication. And when you're a vasoreactive responder, you can lose that over time.
Oh, right. You can you can have it and then you can lose
become less responsive. Or even if you are still a responder, it doesn't like go away, but it's just not enough for your body long term. So I had that in the back of my mind. And I finally said it out loud to Jarrett. I was like, I'm not doing well. And he's like, well, are you drinking enough water?
Right. All the things you did like a month ago in your checklist of your head.
So I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, I'm sure.
Right.
And y'all don't know Jarrett, but he was just like, well, okay. And not in like a dismissive or like not caring way, but like,
no, just you said that. So
you said that. And if you need to see the doctor, you'll see the doctor. And if we need to make some med adjustments, we'll make some med adjustments. And I mean, I've said it before, but like, I've had to change the mentality from I'm going to get better to I feel good right now. But you know, if a cure happens in my lifetime, fantastic. And I hope for that. If it doesn't, like based on meds that are available right now, all I can hope for is stability, quality of life, like feeling good. It's a progressive condition. It's going to progress. So I need to be okay with not feeling well or my numbers not being good, not meaning like doom and gloom, meaning
they can change, but
we knew this was progressive. We need to change some meds. I still have lots of options. I'm very fortunate in that aspect. But I do also know what a beast this condition can be just from the simple fact of the onset for me. When it all started, I feel like if you can hit me that fast and hard,
right,
I know what you're capable of. So like,
don't want to mess with it.
No.
Yeah.
And not take for granted like when I do feel well. But yeah, I said it out loud to him. And as time went on, oh, okay. I think I only had said it to him at the point I had a appointment in January.
You had it, that was scheduled.
That was a regularly scheduled programming. And she wanted to do an echo because it had been over a year since my heart cath. And I'd had some research echoes, but she wanted to do like a clinical one.
Okay.
Because I had told her, I'm having some palpitations and chest pain and shortness of breath. Right. And it's a good way to get an estimate of pressures. We do the echo in January. She went ahead and put a heart monitor on me. Heart monitor showed some stuff, but like nothing
too crazy.
Nothing outlandish. Like, yeah, my heart was doing some funny things, but it's going to with this condition. So all things considered, it was all right. It just didn't feel very good. And that actually settled down some.
Okay.
Just on its own. I have no rhyme or reason or cause of that. Like, it just did. It decided. And so I talked to her in January, and she did all that. And she's like, your echo looks promising. You know, everything's looking good. And I was like, okay. Like, cool. And then after that appointment, and after knowing things were better, like I said, the palpitations got better, but the shortness of breath was getting worse. But then the fatigue, and I know like people in the chronic illness community will know what I'm talking about. Like, I can't sleep it away.
Right. It's not that kind of
It's
tired.
not. I mean, it is and it isn't.
It's like a fatigue. There's no other word.
Yeah. So that has never really been a prominent symptom for me. Like, I know I'm tired than I would be if I didn't have this. I can remember, 4 years ago when I had energy.
Right.
On a different level. Like, I can remember that.
Mm-hmm.
The fatigue really, really bad.
Set in.
And then the shortness of breath. Like, stairs started feeling hard again. Or, like, even just kicking a soccer ball with Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Not running, not playing soccer, like standing in one spot.
Yeah.
Stepping side to side and kicking it started feeling
too much.
Yeah. So and at the January appointment, she's like, well, let me see you back in 3 months.
Right,
because I was having symptoms.
Yes.
I had been on a 6-month program since I started seeing her. Saw her in March.
And you decided then that you were going to tell her how bad you were feeling.
I mean, I told her in January. But then, like I said, it changed. It evolved in those 3 months. So I told her, I was like, look, I am not feeling as great as I was.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, okay. And so she did run some labs. She was like, let's check your thyroid. Let's check your, are you anemic again? Because I have a history of that.
Yes.
Let's check these things that could also cause these symptoms. Mm-hmm. Make sure nothing else is going on.
Mm-hmm. I think that's great.
I do too. Very thorough. And nothing else was going on.
Right. I remember when you got those labs back, you're like, well.
Because I was optimistic it really was something else.
Right.
That would be fantastic. Like, yes, something else, but like something manageable. Like anemia. All my labs came back fine. And that's great news. Except it's also not.
Because then I feel like that's when it got in your head that your condition was worse.
It had already been in my head. And then she gave me like a little spark of hope that it could be. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be.
It's going to be.
It wasn't. And she was like, okay, I think the best thing to do would be to schedule a right heart cath. She's like, we haven't done one in over a year. Mm-hmm. And on my echo in January, the pressure that they go by was unable to be measured.
Oh.
Like, it's an estimate. Echo was ultrasound. It's a weird thing. Anyway, she's like, let's do that. And I was like, okay. Well, last time I had a heart cath there, it was like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 months before, like, from the time she said that to the time it happened.
Yes.
This time, they were like, do you want to come in next week?
I know. I was like, does that mean?
I was like,
it's worse because they're getting you in so quickly?
I don't know how the hospitals mark things or how that works, prioritization. Mm-hmm. I think it got marked a little differently.
I mean, a week instead of 2 months.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you don't feel well and she can get you in next week.
I did not do the next week because Jarrett was out of town. And then Remy had kindergarten kickoff, and I wanted to be there for that. Mm-hmm. So kindergarten kickoff was on a Tuesday. I did this on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. I had to be there at 6 a.m. And nerves are just shot.
That was a really rough week for you.
No, like, I'm not sleeping. I am spiraling. Mm-hmm. I am in my head. I am reclusive. Mm-hmm. I am not well.
Yeah.
I also didn't feel well.
You didn't feel well. It's not like you felt like going out and doing a bunch of stuff.
No.
But yeah, mentally.
Like, y'all even went out and I was like, I cannot do it.
I know.
And like, that's not that we go out a ton, but it's unlike me to be like, no, I'm not when we do.
No, if I ask Victoria to do anything, you do it.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's like, that was the indicator to me. Like, when I really could not pull myself to do it, I'm like, I'm dying.
Not funny, but no, I know. Like, and that was just like, I don't know. That was like the end of the week of you had such a rough week.
Was like, that was the Saturday before, right?
It was a Saturday before. And it was like Easter weekend too.
It was Easter weekend. Yeah. It was a very busy time. But yeah, like but I knew at that point too, that was an indicator to myself. Like,
yeah,
you really are struggling. Mm-hmm. And it was. So yeah, I had to be there at 6 a.m. That's rough. Mm-hmm. I'm not a morning person.
You had to get your kids somewhere else.
My kids spent the night with my parents the night before.
I know. I mean,
and that's guilt. Like, mom guilt.
We say that like it's the worst thing ever because we would both feel the same way. Like,
I'm displacing you because of me. Mm-hmm. And that feels selfish, even though it's not. Like, obviously I have to take care of me to take care of them. Mm-hmm.
And obviously they love getting to stay the night at your mom's.
Why wouldn't they? That was the best night ever.
Right.
And on a school night?
But yeah, the way
my brain
guilty.
is just, it's
Yeah.
wild. So get there. Now, last time there was a 4-hour delay because emergencies come in. Obviously, they need to take priority. No delays this time.
Yeah, I've been texting you, but then I texted like 8:15. I think you're supposed to go back at 8. And Jarrett responded. I was like, oh, good. Like, at least they're on time.
Yep. Right on time. Take me back. You're awake for this procedure. They went in through my neck again. They lidocained me. They put like the sterile, like if you've ever had a surgery you've been awake for, like a C-section, they do the draping on my face and my neck. And like it's plastic, it's cloth, it's here.
Are you like sweating?
No, it's very cold in an operating room.
Yeah, that's true.
Oxygen mask. Because then they're going to switch it to the nitric oxide. They already want that on. Hairnet. It's a look.
The whole shebang.
Yeah, and you're awake for it, and they're just in there, and they're not saying too much. And I actually had, I don't know what you call them, but the person doing their fellowship there, who actually did my procedure.
Oh.
Did I tell you that?
No.
So the doctor is like talking to her on an earpiece, and it is like a TV show behind the glass wall with all the computers.
Really?
Yeah.
He's telling her how to do it through that? Okay, when you first said that, I thought he was going to be like over her shoulder, like same
No,
room.
he was not in the room. But
I'll stick a
also,
Capri Sun straw in the hole.
well, okay, so there's different sizes.
Oh, yeah.
And they started out with, I guess, the regular size. And after it was in, the doctor was like, oh, since we're doing like this nitric oxide saline situation, we need the bigger size. For whatever reason.
Okay, but what's that measurement? Like, what could fit in your neck?
A Q-tip. Like the head of a Q-tip, like the fluffy part. So that's how big the hole in my neck was.
Yeah.
And they don't like stitch you or glue you. You just like, your body does its own thing. It's like a piercing.
Okay.
Your body's just going to...
Just shut it back off.
Yeah.
You have a scar from the last one. So.
I do. And we are recording this 1 week. This happened 1 week ago today.
I know. Look how good you seem.
Yeah.
Or are. I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't know.
Yeah. But there's currently a hole in my neck. I'm not going to show you, but
it's there.
I'll show you when we're done with this. And in there, I don't really know anything. Like, I'm just chilling. Because what else can I do? Now, they did give me a little cocktail in my IV of something to chill me.
Good.
Which is standard protocol.
Good.
And I had that last time, too. Last time, it was kind of a weird situation. I think I told you. Before they ever did the nitric oxide, my pressures dropped.
Yes.
And they were like, we don't really know what that's about. They had to, like, reset their machine and try again. And, like, it was a weird one, which made me question, am I really a responder?
Right, yeah.
But yes, because I responded again this time. Big drop, big noticeable drop. So at the nitric oxide, you'll see a drop if you're a responder. If you're not going to see any substantial change.
Okay.
Then after that, they do saline. A whole bag, just
shove it.
Real quick. And at that point, I think my body got cold on the inside. Or at least that's what they told me happened. I don't feel cold. Because I'm like nervous.
Okay.
I am like shaking. Like if you've had a C-section, like the shake. Or even I think if you...
Maybe just coming
epidural?
out of
I don't know. Shaking.
So you could feel yourself shaking.
I could feel it. I could see it. I'm like, I'm apologizing for it. I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, I am not trying to do this. And they're like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, this is you're in my neck. I don't want to be shaking.
Right.
I would really like to stop right now. So anyway, they finish up. They have to apply pressure for, I don't know how long, but like push on your neck. Bandage me up, take me back to my little recovery room. The doctor comes in, tells me my pressure. Obviously, I'm a little distracted and, like, dissociated.
Yeah, you were out of it. I mean, not out of it, but, like...
Yeah, no.
You could tell you had a procedure.
Yeah. And then, once the full report comes through on my portal, I'm like, I'll just read that. I'm not going to worry about all this right now.
So they discharged you?
Yeah. It's a same-day quick thing.
Because before, when you were worried about the outcome, you could have had to stay overnight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they told you, like, hey, pack an overnight bag just in
And
case.
you know I was stalking you because
yeah.
I hadn't gotten an update. And I said, shh, this girl is on her way home.
Yes.
And I haven't gotten a report.
Yeah. So, no text.
And I was like, that's okay since she's going home.
Well, we stopped at Sonic to get food because
Oh.
I was starving.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't have done that.
Did it not sit well?
I don't know if it was like, because the first thing that's going to get upset on me is my stomach.
Yeah, it is.
Every time.
Way to go.
So I'd been stressed for like, I don't know, my whole life.
Yep.
And then I had this procedure and like ultimate peak stress. And then I'm starving. We were at Vanderbilt. So we went down to Starbucks at the hospital before we left the hospital.
Okay.
Got a coffee, leave, go to Sonic. I'm hungry. I'm like, I need a hot dog. I need a burger. I got both.
Yeah.
A drink that I don't normally drink, like a berry citrus. I don't even know what.
Just one of everything, please.
Yep. Ate that, and we got most of the way home.
Okay.
And I got sick. So that was fun.
That is so bad.
But getting sick is just like the worst anyway. But like
it's Victoria's nightmare.
It's my nightmare.
Yeah.
My neck hurt.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Your hole's gonna reopen.
I was like, I can't throw up anymore. I'm gonna start spewing blood like out my neck.
Oh.
So Jared's just driving, and I'm just over in the passenger seat. I'm not well.
No.
We get home. I just go to bed.
Yeah.
And I slept. And then my doctor called me that evening.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very busy lady.
But y'all got it like that.
She called me that evening and she was like, hey, I call with nothing but great news. And I'm like, oh, okay. Your pressure's now 27, which is fantastic. I'm like, yeah, like I hear what you're saying. And she's like, there's a chance you're over-medicated and we need to back off. So I'm going to be taking half my Cialis.
Mm-hmm.
And I started that night because I take it morning and night. So I just went ahead and didn't take it that night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, will that help with my symptoms? And she's like, hopefully. She's like, and then hopefully we'll be able to even take you off of it altogether.
That's so crazy.
I'm like, oh. And like, Mom was there, Jared's there. They both hear her on the phone with me. And they're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I am happy. And I don't want it to sound like I'm not incredibly grateful.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not dealt with any of my thought processes on this yet.
Okay, good.
I am grateful, thankful, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm terrified because I still am having the symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
And what if this doesn't work? There is a chance. She is very smart. She is like, she is that girl for this condition.
She's very qualified.
But there is a chance, like, we need more meds because numbers don't always equal like your symptoms. You could have a number in the hundreds and feel great and a number at like 22 and feel like you're dying.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're afraid this is the wrong approach or you're just scared?
I trust her, so I'm not afraid it's the wrong approach. I definitely believe she thinks that's what's best. I think she wouldn't do it if she didn't think there was a real chance.
Right.
Because that was the other thing. During the heart cath, my heart is working great. No signs of congestive heart failure, no signs of right-sided strain even.
Mm-hmm.
But it's working really hard. It's working, it's doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it needs to calm it down. And I don't mean like beats per minute. I mean like the pressures that it's pushing and pulling.
Okay.
That's the easiest way to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing a lot. And they're like, your heart working that hard can make you short of breath. Palpitations are going to happen if your heart's doing this. Chest pains are going to happen if your heart's doing this.
I mean, that makes sense.
It makes sense. I trust my doctor.
So cutting back on the tadalafil or the Cialis, what it's doing is opening up the pathways.
That's what the purpose of the medicine is to pop them open.
So it might be too open.
Might be.
Okay.
Because that's the thing. You can't select which area of your body we're going to vasodilate.
Mm-hmm.
Or like that we're going to try to pop open. We can't pick.
Right. You're just taking the meds.
And my whole body probably is like, wow, this is a lot of blood flow.
Yeah.
When really my lungs just need, and my heart just need a little something.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do that.
So did you get the chance to ask her, like, coming down at this stage, like, would you even notice a difference and how long? Or would you not notice unless you came completely off? Or do we know?
I don't know. I think she said she was going to have one of her nurses. She's got 2 nurses. They're so sweet. Check in with me at the 2-week mark. So next week, I should be hearing from them to check in and see how I'm feeling.
Okay. If you're off the tadalafil, if you were to come off of it totally, what else would you still be taking?
The only medication would be amlodipine.
And that's the high blood pressure medicine that you don't need for high blood pressure.
Yes.
That's wild.
I say the only medicine. I also take Lasix because taking these high doses of these medications, the fluid retention.
Yes. But I guess that's so crazy to me to wrap my head around from where we started.
No, I think that's
a
part of
medicine that you had to get pregnancy tested for.
Yes.
What it was going to do to your body, this and that, the tadalafil, the double, quadruple dose of tadalafil. And now we could go to just high blood pressure medication, even though that's not what it's for. That's crazy.
I know. And it's not lost on me at all how fortunate I am that that could be the case.
Yeah.
But I also have found myself in this weird situation where either people like me aren't in the support group because they don't need support because they're so well functioning.
Right.
Or they don't exist.
Yeah.
So it feels a little more isolating than when I was on the crazy meds because other people were on the crazy meds.
I see what you're saying. You at least had a comparison, somebody to talk to. This has happened.
Yeah.
Well, I do think we could wrap this all up to a God thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, I know you feel the same way. And the week before when you were really struggling and all those things happened, you had to tell about that.
Not my feelings, Jordan. But no, I was going through it. I was crying every night in the bathtub. Sounds so dramatic.
Okay, this is what we do. It is crazy and sad and dramatic, and we're just but let me laugh about it.
Yeah. Anyway, I was crying in the bathtub, and I was like, and Jarrett was outside taking care of the dogs. The kids had already been tucked in. They were asleep. So I felt like I could talk out loud.
Yeah.
And I don't do that a whole lot.
No.
If I'm going to pray, it's going to be telepathy. Yeah, I literally was just crying going through it so bad. I was like, God, if I have to have this, use me. Use me in some way. Do something with it. Don't let it be for nothing. I can't let this be for nothing.
Right. And that's why you're doing all the research stuff. And that's why you're in the support groups and talking to people.
And
you're a mentor.
The peer mentor program. I can't have this and not do something with it. I have to find a reason that I have this. And then, yeah, I have had, at this point, I've had one, what do you want to call that? It wasn't a Zoom, but a video call.
A conference call? I don't know.
Yeah,
Skype.
it literally just kind of happened, and it was related to PAH. And that's wild, the timing of it, because that was right before the heart cath. And then this other company reached out to me and was like, hey, we work with Advocacy, blah, blah. I don't even know what. That sounds terrible, but it's an advocacy group. And they're like, hey, we look for people with these conditions to go speak at different events, da, da, da. And I was just like, what? Is this a scam? I didn't sign up for this. I didn't search for this. I did not know this company existed. And so I was just like, I talked out loud one time and look at that.
He heard you.
So anyway, we'll see what that leads to.
Yeah, I just think it's amazing.
I mean, it is, but it's a little intimidating, if it all comes to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, in conclusion, it's 1 week post right heart cath and 1 week of half a dose of one of the meds. And that's the medicine I've been on the longest. I don't feel any different yet. I will say I don't think the fatigue is as bad, but I've also been recovering from the heart cath.
Right.
So I feel like I'd be more fatigued, honestly. So maybe my energy is better.
Maybe it's getting there.
If my heart's not having to use all this energy to work for no reason.
Right.
I should get some back.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I'm very hopeful for this.
And then I see her again in June.
Okay. So that's the next 3 months? April, May, June? March, April, May, June?
From heart cath to her.
Okay.
It's 2 months.
Okay.
But yeah, and I have more research studies over the summer too. So lots of things.
I do feel like at least I mean, I came out of it feeling like this was a positive for you for sure.
Yeah.
I can see why you're hopeful and hesitant though.
And I don't want to be cautiously optimistic about it because that doesn't feel like I'm thankful. And I feel like, but what's hard is I feel like everyone around me is so happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just hesitant to be as happy as them.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
Because then I also feel like I'm letting people down if it doesn't work. And I know that's not me, but like,
Right.
if I have to be the one to be like, it didn't work, like, that feels like I'm disappointing people.
Yeah, I get that.
But hopefully I don't have to disappoint anyone. Hopefully it works.
We can be cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. And I mean, it's 1 week.
I don't think that's bad.
And I'm like, okay, maybe at 2 weeks I'll really see something since that's the point she wants the nurse to check in.
Right. If she wanted to just check in at a week, that would be different.
Yeah.
So I think hers is the 2-week mark as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So we'll update over the summer.
Yeah, we'll give y'all an update.
Oh.
Okay. Well, thank y'all for listening. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media, our Instagram, our YouTube, our Facebook. Then we're on Apple and Spotify. And please drop us a review. Leave us a little note on our podcast. Thanks for listening. Bye.